Alrighty guys, how the hell you doing today? There goes CP. There she goes. What are we doing? Well, obviously we're gonna go cut something because she's hooked to a hay bind, and if she's hooked to a hay bind, that means I'm hooked to a hay bind. So we're gonna go chop some shit down. And to be honest, it is shit. I won't say it's total shit, but it's shit. On our rented organic land, there's a whole whack of volunteer twitch or quack grass, which is a decent feed source for cattle. Anyways, then with that, there's a whole pile of volunteer clover. And of course, there's some pigweed and some sow thistle. I don't know for sure what the Canada thistle situation is like in there, but that's where we're gonna go and that's what we're gonna cut, because I feel that it's too much trash for me to work it into the ground. And I don't want to have a bunch of trash left over next year for when we seed that piece into alfalfa grass. So our plan here is to cut it, bale it. We'll see what the swath looks like, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. If we decide once we're into it that it's not heavy enough swath to bother with, then we'll pull out and I'll work at working it down. How's that sound? But at this point, this is what the plan is. So we could always use this stuff as in the tub grind mix. We can use it as a straw filler, because the clover is getting pretty ripe. It's dropping leaf and going to seed and so on and so forth. So, but I've got CP's machine set to cut a little higher, and my machine is set to cut as if we were cutting a standard hay field, but I'll just bump it up. The one skid shoe on my machine, when they laser cut the holes for the mount bracket, they must have been off just a little bit, and I can't get the pin to go in, and I'm not gonna fucking fight with it to drill the hole out in the mount bracket where the pin goes in. So I'll just bump it up, and if I'm cutting a little shorter than her, it don't really matter. So, okay, let's get to the field, and I'll bring you guys back once we're out there. Talk to you later. Alrighty, so here's the field. We've got some Canada thistle, obviously. Lots of grass, a ton of grass, some pigweed, volunteer alfalfa, millet, wild millet, mind you, but still millet. Some wild oats, volunteer barley that kicked out of the machine last year when we had this seeded to barley. So yeah, that's what's going on out here. At the far end, there's a ton of clover. At this end, not quite as much. So let's see what we end up getting out here anyways, right? It's still lots of green out here, which to me means that there's still lots of nutrient for the cows. Anyway, we're gonna chop some bitch down, so we'll talk to y'all later. Yeah, I'd say it's worth cutting. And there's lots of new growth clover coming in. I don't know where the hell it's coming from. I would have figured for sure it would have been all worked out of the ground. We did seed clover out here a couple years ago, and it never took. and now it's taking. It's like crazy. We also got all this sluey type grass, but now that all this ground is dry, I can get in here, cut all this grass out, and we'll be hitting her with the disc this fall at some point or another. Yeah, there's the bulrush waterweed type shit, but whatever, right? Put her in the tub grinder, it all becomes feed. Anyways, CP's catching up to me. So, I gotta put the hammer down here right away, guys. Talk to you later. Alrighty, guys, well. Tell me, it looks like there's pretty good growth here, right? Think I'm doing the right thing? Now, in this clover, we've almost got like new clover coming up too. Also, there's that, it's like a wild red clover. It's got a pink flower on it. There's a lot of that in here now that we're cutting. Unfortunately, we got that goddamn pigweed, that yellow flowered shit. You saw a bunch of it when we first entered the field. So we're about half done. Just stopped here for a pee break. Broke one guard. I do have a broken sickle. The front tip of it, so to speak, is broke off. And when you get into nothing but fine grass, it'll leave a slight strip on my machine. You can see here, I see that right there. So this swath is CP swath, that one is mine, and that little line is because I'm cutting lower than she is. I'm dropping my machine right on the ground. So yeah, but it's going good so far. Anywho, we're gonna continue on. I'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, so that's all done. Looks like we might get a light shower here shortly. We got like 1.5 acres, 2 acres up there. And then this is all down. What this is gonna run, bales per acre, I don't know. It's a 45 base. I call it a 45 acre piece. It's actual acres on this piece is actually like 42.5, but rounded off to 45. Just depends on how tight into the sloughs you can pull off from one year to the next. Anyways, I'm hoping that we see about a bale and a half an acre. So this will be the lowest, I'm gonna guess, lowest producing field that we have, and it's supposed to be fucking summer fallow. We're doing this just to clean the son of a bitch up so I can make summer fallow for the rest of the year. Anyways, fun, let's get her done. We'll bring you back later. There, and that one's done. That's the last hay field. It's not a very clean friggin' cut because we did encounter quite a few stones. I encountered quite a few stones. But the whole idea here was to try and eliminate as much trash as possible. What this is going to plow down like, I don't know. With all the grass in here, it could be like braking. Tractor babe on her phone. Anyways, it's going on 6-ish, I think. 6 o'clock, 6:30, something like that. So who knows, we might not get that. If we don't get that, I'm sure I'll be baling that stuff I cut the day before yesterday. So fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch you later. Oh yes, and if anybody was wondering how the oats is coming up, There it is. She needs a damn good drink, but the oats is coming up. And I think when I go to do that plow down, we're gonna dig this guy out of retirement for the initial work in. That guy right there. The old 22-foot Morris cultivator. Anyways, heading home. Talk to you later.
Hey?
Mm-hmm. Can you see it, guys? See those extra dark spots?
Dark spots?
Dark spots on the road.
Oh.
We got rain here, half a mile away, dust.
I wonder if the pasture north got it.
Our rented pasture would have got it. So the stuff that we cut yesterday, I won't be able to bale today because it got rained on. And we just checked the hay that I cut on the weekend. What was that, Friday, Saturday? Saturday. And it got rained on. It's way too wet.
Well,
at our house, we had 10 drops.
If we fluff it up, it'll go.
Yeah, if I hit it with the rake here, give it a couple more hours, hit it with the rake at noon, it'll probably go.
What's the forecast, though?
What's the forecast? Hot. Fucking hot. It's supposed to get up to fucking 30 degrees today.
Is there?
Yes. Hot. I'll be walking around with a Speedo.
No.
Everybody wants to see CP in a Speedo. Maybe not BP, but CP. And I don't know if you guys can see that on the other side of CP through the trees. See all that yellow stuff? Here, I'm going to turn you around.
It rained here.
There. That's the barley. Like, god dang it. It was only seeded 4 days before my oats. My oats is dead green. But that's the barley. It's like 2 weeks from combining. We're going to be swathing it in 2 weeks. And then combine, leave it sit for a week, and then probably hit it with the combine after that. Crazy how fast it's turning. Oh, she's pulling into the field. Yeah, look at the hoppers. They're eating it up. It's thin, but it's there. And so is the wheat.
Thin because you didn't seed it heavy enough.
I seeded it heavy enough.
No, you didn't.
Here's the wheat right here. And this is the barley here. And then all the goddamn weeds, of course. But she's starting to bend. See here? Bend. When it bends over, that's what I was told. Then it's ready for swathing. Oh. But lots of guys, their barley and they fertilized and everything else. They did everything they were supposed to do, right? And they're saying their barley is all over the page, from like a 10 bushel an acre crop to a 60 bushel an acre crop. So, but anywho, when you look across and you see those ones that are sticking up a little taller, that's all wheat. wheat that was mixed with the seed. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Talk to you later. Alrighty guys, how's it going now? Well, we're in the big white Dodge, and we're not hauling bales. Our hay is still too wet, and I'm nervous if I rake it, if it don't dry down enough for me to bale tonight. There's always a risk of rain for tonight. There wasn't supposed to be any rain early this morning, and we did have a light shower. That's why our hay is so wet. So, the son-in-law had asked me a couple days ago if I'd be able to give him a hand today to go round up some heifers at his pasture. About a 40-minute drive away from us. So we're gonna head over there and give him a hand. So I'm gonna stop in Capel, stop in town as he's going through, and I'll follow him up. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. We'll talk to y'all later. Okay guys, well, we're climbing the Fort Capel Hill, and we got this fantastic Chevy in front of me, and it's our daughter. It's her Chevy diesel. I think it's a diesel, 6.5 turbo diesel or something like that, pulling that piss-ass little trailer with that side-by-side on it, and she's down to 50K climbing this hill. It's like, come on, put your foot into it, girl. Jesus! I guess that's what you get for having a Chevy diesel. It barely has enough power to pull itself. Talk to y'all later. Oakley dokley, guys. Well, we got a big white Dodge hooked to a trailer. We got a piece of shit Chevy, and we got a half-ass Ford hooked to a stock trailer. And we got a 70-acre pasture with 10 animals in it, and we got to find them, round them up, push them up to the trucks and trailers, sort 7 of them off, and those ones go back to Weyburn, and the rest of them are staying here, the other 3. I think there's 10 in total is what he said. So, fun, fun, fun. Let's get after it, and let's get her done. Talk to y'all later.
Seat cover, and it was hot, so I had the thing up wrapped around me, and I don't know, but the bumps were hard. And Mila, she wasn't even making any sound, so I took her out, and
she doesn't stop talking, guys. Anywho, we never did find the cows, not in that pasture. So now we're heading over to a different one, because they're thinking maybe somebody moved them. Anyways, hopefully they're in this other pasture, because and if they're not, well, then we're gonna have a theft going on. Anyway, I guess we'll find out soon enough once we get to this other location. Talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, well, we're in this other pasture. I went one way, Dustin, Sabrina, and the kids went another way. Dustin's got his dad's 4-seater side by side. I got the little Kawasaki mule. Anyway, there's lots to eat in here, all this clover, but at this point, this pasture is supposed to be, he said 100 acres, and I didn't bother to ask him how many animals are supposed to be out here. I saw some bed downs, so there's definitely animals of some sort out here. Oh, and there's Dustin. He might have found him. I'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, well, we never found them. We found, what was it, 11 cow-calf pairs, but the heifers and the bulls are all missing. They're on the missing list. So Dustin is making all kinds of phone calls, trying to get a hold of landlord of the land here, trying to get a hold of the owner of the cow-calf pairs, because he was leasing these cows and the guy was gonna kind of help out now and again with moving them from one pasture to another or whatever while he was busy making hay all summer. And now the heifers are missing. So she's a gong show. But anyways, hell of a good pasture. Like friggin' that wild clover, there's lots of food value in it, and it's friggin' like 4 feet tall in places, 5 feet tall, and it's just loaded with all kinds of grass and that wild white clover. But it is now 6 o'clock, 5:02 anyways, so we're heading home. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Who knows, maybe I'll be able to go bailing tonight. Talk to y'all later. Well guys, just got home. Dustin's having issues with his stock trailer, so I told him just park it right there beside our lawn ornament, that burnt McCormick. Anyway, I checked the hay. It's actually too dry right now, and here comes the big ugly thunderstorm. This morning there was no risk of a thunderstorm for today, but we did have a shower this morning that made it too damn wet. And tonight, here she comes. CP got home from the city and drove through an ugly one, and she's been home for about 15 minutes, and this is the sucker that she drove through, and she said it was really nasty. So anyway, Dustin's gonna hook his Ford up to that trailer, and yeah, fun. Just one of them kind of hurry up and wait for hay and fuck around chasing, looking for cattle days. So we'll catch y'all later.